rounds of Triambakam, as we've been doing since we've been in lockdown. It's a mantra that is very powerful with healing and purification. So I'm going to ask you to come to a seated asana just for a moment. Close the eyes, settle the body. Bring your awareness to your breath. Simply for the next moment, be aware of the natural and spontaneous flow of the inhalation and the exhalation. And when the body is settled, shoulders relaxed away from the ears, the jaw soft, the neck long and the chin slightly drawn back towards the pit of the throat. Take your breath awareness through the spine. Inhale through the central nadi, the Sushumna nadi. And exhale. I'm just going to mute someone. And with the next inhalation, we'll start with the Om. Om Triambakam Majamahe Sugadhanam Pushtivardhanam Uvayukamova Bandhanat Mrityo Mukshya Mamratat. Om Triambakam Majamahe Sugadhanam Pushtivardhanam Uvayukamova Bandhanat Mrityo Mukshya Mamratat. Om Triambakam Majamahe Sugadhanam Pushtivardhanam Uvayukamova Bandhanat Mrityo Mukshya Mamratat. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hare Om. Hare Om. Tat Sat. Om. Two more. Om. Om. Just spending a moment with the eyes remaining closed, awareness of the vibration. Move into the subtle body and feel into the vibration within the subtle body. Can you notice a difference? Move into the energy aspect of your body, your pranayama kosha. See if you can feel into the vibration within the subtle body. And then bringing your awareness back to your breath. Be aware of the breath around the nostrils, bringing your awareness back to your breath. Taking a full, deep inhalation. Exhaling fully. And then bringing gentle movement back to the body. Gentle movement, engage the navel slightly to aid you in coming up off the mat and into a standing asana. So we start with our Surya Namaskar and see how many rounds we get through before we come to lay in Shavasana, for our Yoga Nidra. So I ask that you come to the tops of your mat and bring your hands to prayer. Bring your body to a standing well asana. Steady and balanced, equal body weight distributed between the left and the right, the shoulders eased away from the ears, navel slightly engaged. Lengthen through the neck, lengthen through the spine, soft through the soles of the feet. With the hands in pranayama and that little gentle pressure on the sternum, dropping your awareness into the Hridaya Kasha, which is your heart space, and become aware of the trigger point in the spine behind the sternum, which is your Anahata chakra. And within the blue sky of the Hridaya Kasha, be aware of the sun, a sphere of sun just behind the sternum at the spine. Leave the sun here within this space, the blue sky of the Hridaya Kasha, and be prepared to start to move. Bring your breath awareness back to the physical body and cast a gentle gaze out along the floor in front of you. When you next exhale, with the soft knees, drop the hands down by the sides, reach them up alongside the ears, moving the hips forward, contract the navel, pivot from the hips, hands on either side of the feet, nose to the knees. Inhale, take a deep lunge back, Ashwini Sanchalanasana, into your equestrian pose. Bring the hips forward a little, open through the heart, gaze to Brahmadya. Push up the front foot joins the back foot, exhale. Hold the breath out. Ashtanga Namaskara, drop to your knees, float the hips forward, chest and chin. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Tuck the toes under, contract the navel, lift the body off the floor, push back to Metta Asana or downward dog into mountain. Inhale, step forward with the right foot, low lunge, hips moving lower. Your knee can rest on the ground or just off as you push off the back foot joins the front foot, flow forward. Contract, inhale and rise. Push the hips forward, open through the heart, lift the gaze, and then hands traveling through Arohan back to the Shestram of Anahata. And we move to the other side. Inhale, open through the heart. Exhale, pivot forward, nose to the knees. Just traditional Surya to begin with. Stepping back with the right foot, drop the knee to the floor or just off, and open up through the heart and the gaze. Push off the front foot joins the back foot. Hold your breath out as you drop to the knees. Ashtanga Namaskara, Bhujangasana. Tuck the toes under, pushing back to Sumira Asana once again. And when we step forward this time, it is with the left foot to complete the round. Pushing off the right foot, fold forward. Inhale and rise, push the hips forward, hands in prayer. Back to the sternum, and we move into the second round. Inhale, exhale, pivot forward, nose to the knees. Left leg back, deep lunge, soft through the shoulders, open through the heart as we push back the mountain. Push the breath out, knees, chest and chin, Bhujangasana. Contract the navel, push back to Metta Asana, and when we stride forward, halfway through it is with the right foot. Drop the knee, opens with the heart. Push off the back foot joins the front foot, fold forward. Press into the soles of the feet and rise. Hands to prayer. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Right leg, deep lunge back. Left leg. Knees, chest and chin, Bhujangasana. Tuck the toes under, contract the navel, push back up to mountain. When we finish, it's with the left leg stepping forward towards the top of the mat, lowering down through the hips, lift the gaze to Brahmadya, push off the back foot, Fold forward now, nose to the knees. The knees can be soft and bent, belly to the thighs. Press into the soles of the feet, contract the navel and rise safely. Push the hips forward, arch back, hands to the prayer. And we're going to keep on going with another round. Inhale, earth to stone extension. Exhale, pivot forward, hinging from the hips. Hands on either side of the feet, nose to the knees. Stepping back with the left leg, deep lunge. Ashwini Asana. Push off the front foot joins the back foot. And find yourself in mountain pose or downward dog. Hold the breath, and then knees, chest and chin. Sweep up to Bhujangasana, your cobra. Push back now to mountain. Stride forward with the right foot. Push off the left. Find yourself in a full forward fold. Press the feet into the floor, contract the navel and rise. Arching back, open through the heart, hands to prayer. Inhale. Exhale, pivot forward. Stepping back with the right, deep lunge, open through the heart. Push off the front foot joins the back foot. Exhale fully. Drop to the knees, float the hips forward, chest and chin to the floor. Bhujangasana. Tuck the toes under. Sumira Asana or mountain. And we stride forward with the left foot. Arching back, push off the back foot. Full forward fold, soft through the knees, even if the backs of the legs are straight. Press into the soles of the feet, contract the navel and sweeping up. Push the hips forward, arch back, open through the heart. Hands to prayer. And we'll continue with one more traditional round before we start introducing a few little variations. Inhale, earth to sun. Exhale, hands to the earth, nose to the knees, deep lunge back. Left leg, open through the heart, gaze to Brahmadya. Right leg, knees, chest and chin. Cobra. Mountain. Right leg, left. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, deep breath in, arching back, open through the heart. Exhale, pivot all the way forward. Right leg lunging all the way back. Open through the heart, push off the front foot. Exhale, all the air from the body. Hold out, drop to the knees, sway the hips forward, lower the chest and chin. Bhujangasana. Tuck the toes under, pushing all the way back, contracting through the navel. And when we step forward, it's with the left foot. Push off the back foot joins the front foot, fold down. Inhale. And exhale. And pausing here for just a moment, bringing your awareness into the Hriday Akasha, into the heart space. Being aware of the beating of your own heart. And the expansiveness within this space. As we move into the next side, we're going to hold our mountains, just a few breaths, and we move into the Ujjayi breath. Traveling back out now out of the internal body, being aware of the external once again. As you next inhale, drop the hands, coming all the way up and flowing all the way forward. Right leg back. Left leg. Hold the breath out. Knees, chest and chin. Tuck the toes under, pushing back to mountain. Moving into your Ujjayi breath. 3 deep breaths here. And on the next inhalation, as I finish with the opposite leg the last time, we'll stride through with the right, drop the knee, push off the back foot joins the front foot, fold forward, press into the soles of the feet and rise. Inhale, exhale. We're going to keep on going. Inhale. Exhale, forward, soft through the knees, lunging left leg back, right leg, knees, chest and chin, cobra, and we're going to hold. If you would like to, feel free to lower the forehead to the floor. Tuck the toes under, push off from the back toes, pubic bone moving forward on the mat. As you lengthen, we'll place the hands underneath the shoulders, fingers spread wide, and move up into your cobra. We're going to hold the cobra for just a few breaths. Please come up into what would be a safe cobra for you. Don't feel that you need to get full extension through the arms. Make sure the shoulders are soft and that the pubic bone is attached to the floor and that the spine lengthens and arches from here. Inside of the elbows facing each other, shoulders relaxed away from the ears. One more breath here. And then lowering the forehead back to the floor. Contract the navel, tuck the toes under, push up, and then push back into your mountain pose. Right leg striding forward, left leg follows. Draw down, press into the soles of the feet, inhale, and exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale, exhale forward. Striding back with the right leg, deep lunge, left leg follows. Knees, chest and chin, cobra. Holding here or feeling free to lower as we did first round and check in with all the little cues that we did for your alignment, lengthening the body and coming back up again. Holding for a few breaths. And bringing in your Shambhavi Mudra, eyes to the eyebrow center. So lifting the eyes up and then just above the center of the eyebrows to Pramadya, we're drawing the gaze. Holding here. Just a few more breaths. And then from here, we're going to lower all the way back down to the floor. Tuck the toes under, elbows into the ribs or the side waist. Contract the navel, push up, lift the entire body off the floor. Navel and abdominal area contracted and push back. And when we stride forward, we're going to stride forward with the left leg. Deep lunge, push off the back foot joins the front foot, flow forward. Contract, if you know Mula Bandh, you can do Mula Bandh here. Inhale and rise. Push the hips forward, arms alongside the ears, hands to prayer. And we're going to move into round number 6. And with this, we'll bring in a little Chandra, a little moon poses as we move into our equestrians. Inhale. Exhale, falling forward, nose to the knees. Left leg back, deep lunge. Pause, drop the knee to the floor or just off the floor, sweep the arms alongside the ears, push off the back foot, arch back, heart to the sky. Exhale, forward, hands on either side of the front foot and moving back to your mountain. Knees, chest and chin, cobra. Contract the navel, mountain. And we do the same as we lunge through now with the right foot. Into your moon pose, arching back, push off the back toes, lift the heart, flow forward, hands on either side of the front foot, push off the back foot, fold forward, contract the navel and rise. Hands to prayer. Inhale. Exhale, falling forward. The right leg lunges back. Inhale into the moon. Exhale forward. Push off the front foot. Mountain. Hold the breath out. Knees, chest and chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, mountain. Striding all the way forward now with the left leg. Pause. Mountain pose once again, arch back, and then flow forward, push off the back foot joins the front foot, folding in. Inhale. Exhale, hands to prayer. We'll pop back in and do one more traditional dancing style Surya Namaskar. Inhale, earth to the sun. Exhale, hands to the earth. Left leg back, deep lunge. Right leg back to mountain. When you're ready, dropping knees, chest and chin. And into your cobra. Well done. Tuck the feet under when you're ready. Moving back to mountain. We'll stride forward halfway through round number 7 with the right leg. Push up the back foot joins the front foot. Now, full forward fold. Press into the soles of the feet and rise. And hands to prayer. We'll do one more traditional dancing style Surya Namaskar before we do some modifications again. Inhale, earth to moon. Exhale, hands to the earth. Striding back with the right as we're halfway through the round. Back to the left joins the right now. High mountain, tailbone to the sky, Svadhisthana exposed, dropping now, knees, chest and chin, sweep into the cobra, eyes to Brahmadya, Shambhavi Mudra, and then pushing all the way back to mountain. The head nicely hanging between the arms. And when we're ready, we're going to stride through with the left. We're finishing the round. Lower through the hips, open through the heart. Push up the back foot joins the front foot. Fold forward, press into the soles of the feet, rise. Exhale, hands to prayer. We'll bring in a little twist with this next round, and we're also going to do a deepening stretch of the psoas, which we'll do when we're in Ashwini Sanchalanasana, the equestrian pose. So coming to the tops of the mats once again. Hands in prayer. Inhale. Exhale, hinging all the way forward, nose to the knees. We're lunging back now with the left leg. Eyes to Brahmadya, right leg. Exhale fully. Knees, chest and chin. Cobra. Tuck the toes under, contract the navel, push off. Feel the contraction and strength via the big toe. When we lunge forward, this time we're going to lunge forward with the right foot to the outside of our hands as opposed to the inside. Taking the right leg all the way up so it runs in line with the forearm and the shoulder. And then look over the bent knee, looking for the heel of the left leg. So a little twist as you look over the right shoulder for the left foot. Taking a couple of deep breaths here, bringing in just a small twist. And then we're going to deepen that stretch. Now you can drop the knee to the floor fully to aid this, or if you would like to, you can keep the knee off, but we're going to drop down to the elbows, bring the hands into prayer, and the instep or the ankle of the foot touches the elbow, and your upper arm runs all the way up the calf towards the shoulder. And deepen through, breathing into the psoas, feeling into the hip flexors, strong through the quads of the extended left leg. Just another breath here. On the next inhalation, pushing into the hands. And we're going to make sure that the right foot's towards the outside edge of the mat, because when we push off, we're bringing the left foot up to the outside edge of the hand also, and lowering down into a deep squat. lifting up with the heart. Deep inhalation here. Contract through Mula Bandha if you're familiar with this. Push into the soles of the feet and raise up into a forward bend, legs still apart, and inhale all the way up. Push the hips forward. Exhale, hands to prayer. Step off, bringing the feet back together, and we'll move to the other side. Inhale. Exhale. Stepping all the way back with the right leg. Left follows. Hold the breath out, knees, chest and chin. Bhujangasana. Sumera Asana into mountain. And when we stride forward, once again the left, it's to the outside edge of the left hand. And then looking over the left knee and shoulder, looking for the right heel. Once you've perhaps seen the right heel or in that direction, you might not necessarily see the heel, and that's fine. We're going to hold for another 2 full inhalations and exhalations. Back heel still remaining pointing towards the sky. And then coming back to neutral, untwisting a little, dropping down onto your elbows. And tuck the calf in towards the left upper arm. Push back into the right heel. Don't forget you can have that knee resting on the ground if you would like. Navel is contracted. Feeling into this deep breath. Send the energy where it's needed the most. Move into the strength of the quads and the glutes on the right side, and feel the deep stretch through the left hip flexors and the psoas. One more inhalation. Exhale, coming up onto the hands, bringing the left foot out towards the outside edge of the mat. Push off the back foot and find yourself once again in a deep squat. Lift the chest and the heart up towards the sky. Contract through Mula Bandha and fold forward as you push into the feet and find yourself on a little wide leg forward bend. Contract, inhale and rise. And hands to prayer. Bringing the feet together, we're going to move into another traditional dancing style Surya. Inhale. Exhale forward. Left leg deep lunge. Right. Hold the breath out. Knees, chest and chin. Cobra. Mountain. Striding forward with the right. The left follows, folding in. Press into the soles of the feet and lift. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale forward. Right leg deep lunge, lifting through the heart and the gaze. Push up the front foot now. Exhale, hold the breath out, knees, chest and chin. Inhale. Exhale. And it's the left leg finishing the round. Exhale. And so I'm going to call through one more round. Please know that you can rest if you're at home and you need to rest. Please feel free to rest. Just take a moment, hands in prayer, awareness back within the Anahata. Inhale, earth to moon extension. Exhale, pivot forward from the hips, off through the knees, hands on either side of the front feet. The knees can be bent, please know this. When you're ready, stride back with the left leg. Knee on the floor or just off the floor as you arch back, open through the heart, gaze to Bhumadhya. Push off the front foot joins the back foot, and find yourself in Parvatasana or downward dog. When you're ready, holding the breath out, drop to the knees, chest and chin, Ashtanga Namaskara, on the floor or just off the floor as you push through to Bhujangasana, the cobra. When you're ready, tuck the toes under, push all the way back, tailbone to the sky, belly concaving to the spine in high mountain. And when you're ready, striding forward with the right leg halfway through the round, eyes to Brahmadya, open through the heart as you lift the heart to the sky. Push off the back foot joins the front foot. And then inhale, rise when you're ready. And exhale, hands to prayer. And we'll do the other side. Inhale, earth to moon this time, open through the heart. Exhale, pivot forward from the hips, hands on either side of the feet, soft through the knees. Stride back now with the right leg, deep lunge. Push up the front foot joins the back foot. Exhale fully, and then when you're ready, knees, chest, chin, Ashtanga Namaskara, and find yourself in Bhujangasana, the cobra. When you're ready, tuck the toes under, push back to mountain. And when it's time to stride forward, it's finishing the round and it's with the left leg. All the way up towards the hands, drop the knee, open through the hips, up to the heart, push up the back foot joins the front foot, fold forward. Press into the soles of the feet, contract the navel, Mula Bandha if it's comfortable, and come all the way up. Arms alongside the ears and hands to prayer. And we'll pause there while I check the time and see how much further, if we've got time for more before we move into Nidra Vidya. 2:34. Yeah, we've got time for a little bit, a couple more rounds perhaps. Please know that you can rest at home if you need to rest. So following this, if you've just joined us after we've finished the Surya Namaskara, we'll be laying down in Shavasana for a full traditional Yoga Nidra. Coming up to the tops of the mats if you're not there already. Moving into our 10th round. Inhale, earth to moon. Exhale, hands to the earth, soft through the knees, solid through the soles of the feet, nose to the knees. Left leg, deep lunge. Right leg. All the way up in mountain. Drop to the knees, lower the chest and chin. Pushing up, Bhujangasana. Tuck the toes under, contract the navel, push all the way back. And when we stride forward, it's with the right foot. We're going to pause here. Bring the left hand onto the inside of the right foot. Lift the right arm up to the sky and open it back behind us. Tuck the knee in towards the heart as you open up through the heart. Exhale, the right hand back alongside the foot and lift the left arm to the sky. And bring the left arm back out behind you, opening up through the heart once again. Pivot the hips back to neutral, facing the mat, and then push up the back foot. Back foot joins the front foot, fold forward. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale, pivoting forward. Right leg lunging back. Left leg holding the breath out, knees, chest and chin. Cobra. Mountain. And we'll do the same to the left side. Striding forward with the left. Bringing the right hand all the way over to the instep, lifting the left hand all the way up to the sky, arching it back behind you, following with the gaze. Open through the heart. Exhale, the left hand back, lift the right arm to the sky. Open all the way up, back behind you once again, open through the heart. Inhale, exhale. Push up the back foot joins the front foot, fold forward. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to prayer. One more round. Inhale, soft through the knees, reaching for the sky, push the hips forward. Exhale, hinging forward, nose to the knees. Take the right leg back, the left leg back, deep lunge. Right leg follows. Finding yourself in mountain, hold the breath out. Knees, chest and chin. Inhale, Bhujangasana, eyes to Brahmadya. Tuck the toes under, push back to mountain. Striding forward with the right foot. Push off the left. Left joins the right. Hinge forward, full forward bend. Press into the soles of the feet and rise. Hands to prayer. One last side. Inhale. Exhale, pivot forward all the way. And it's the right leg striding back. Then the left. High mountain, downward dog. Hold the breath out as you drop to the knees. Lower the chest and chin. Sweep into your Bhujangasana, your cobra. Eyes to Brahmadya, Shambhavi Mudra. Tuck the toes under and lift, pushing all the way back. So strong here through the connection with the navel, the abdominal muscles and the big toe. And then when you're ready, it's lifting the left leg, striding forward towards the top of the mat. Push off the back foot joins the front foot. When you're ready. And inhale and rise. Open through the heart. Hands come together, traveling down through Arohan, all the way back to Pranamasana, where I'm going to ask you to pause. So we're going to pause here in Pranamasana. We're going to come into the heart space. We're going to close the eyes, full awareness of our breath, full awareness of the heart beating. We're going to let heart rate slow and settle. As you're aware of the heart rate slowly settling, be aware of the spaciousness within this heart space. The Hridaya runs from just above the navel to just below the pit of the throat. This expansive space that holds the spiritual and psychic center of the heart, Anahata chakra. As the heart rate settles back to its usual steady rhythm, be aware of the growing expansiveness and lightness held within this space. Feel the rib cage expand. Feel into the lightness here. If you can, drop into the heart space. And if you can, see it as transparent. And feel into the subtle energy within this space. And then deepening the breath and becoming aware of the sensation. First at the left nostril, Ida. Feeling the coolness, the moon, the Shakti aspect, and then an awareness at the right nostril, Pingala, Surya, and feeling into the Shiva consciousness. And when you're ready, awareness back to the physical body, and coming down to lay in Shavasana for Yoga Nidra. Yoga Nidra will be approximately 45 minutes. Please come to lay with the crown of the head towards me. If you struggle to lay in Shavasana for 45 minutes, then please adopt a posture that enables ease. You can also put cushions under the knees, or if you need to, lean against the wall, or even turn over onto your side. If Shavasana comes with ease for this period of time, 45 to 50 minutes, then please make any adjustments that you need to make, perhaps putting something light over the front aspect of the body, as your body temperature will drop after a reasonably dynamic session of Surya Namaskar. And then start to settle the body. So the legs are apart and the feet are splayed out to the sides. The arms are away from the outside edges of the body, and the palms are to the sky. If it's comfortable, thumb and forefinger joined in Chin Mudra. If you feel that you need to, when you're down on the mat, if you need to take a full body stretch before moving fully into Shavasana, please feel free to do so. And then settle yourself back. Tuck the chin in slightly towards the pit of the throat and lengthen through the cervical spine. The lips are closed, the teeth are apart, the tongue rests off the roof of the mouth. And this is Shavasana. I'm going to ask you to bring your breath, your awareness to the breath, and we're going to use the breath to settle the body, the physical body. So I'm going to ask you to be aware of drawing the breath, the prana, through the crown of the head. Just before you become aware of moving in through the crown of the head, be aware of the psychic space just above the crown of the head, the Sahasrara, our crown chakra, our highest, the psychic center of our highest consciousness. And then as you next inhale, draw a stream of white light, luminous white light through the crown of the head. The first thing that it does is illuminate the space on the inside of the Chitakasha, the mind space. And it brings ease to the space. It lights up any areas that are holding on to tension, anxieties, perhaps any worries that are here, and it dissolves them. And then as you continue to inhale, the luminous white light moves out of the Chitakasha, down the throat, and starts to work through the rest of the body. Track the white light. Stay fully focused as this beautiful luminous light illuminates the whole Dharakasha, the whole space on the inside of the body. And with it, as it does, it seeks out any areas of pain or tension, any heaviness, and it dissolves them and leaves only lightness behind. Continue to watch the breath, continue to track it. And be fully aware of this lightness coming to the body, sense of spaciousness as all discomfort, any heaviness, any little physical niggles, they're simply dissolved and only lightness remains. Track it all the way down into the feet, into the very tips of the toes. And then in your mind's eye, see the entire body as a vessel of luminous white light. See the entire body as a vessel of luminous white light. And then into the spaciousness and ease I'm going to ask you to bring to mind your sankalpa, just briefly. If you do not have a sankalpa is simply a resolve, something that you're wishing to create, manifest, let go of, spiritual, physical, mental, material. It can be anything. Bring it to mind now. And then we simply let it go. Again, letting it go once again. And I'm going to ask you to come to sound. We follow a very scientific pattern and series of steps in Yoga Nidra. And we are now moving into sense withdrawal, pratyahara. So I'm going to ask you to come to sound. Be aware, to begin with, of the sounds around you. Simply be aware of the sounds around you. You're not analyzing the sound or looking for the cause of the sound. You're just identifying one sound and moving off in search of another sound. And move from sound to sound. Moving from sound to sound. And then widen the search of sound out of the space that you're in, out into the general space around you, inside to begin with, out into the general inside space around you, searching for sound. And then now move outside of the space, outside of the space, out into nature, and searching for sounds outside. Move from sound to sound, searching for sound. Move as far away as you can, testing your audio receptors to listen for the sound furthest in the distance. And then travel back now. Travel back to just outside your space. Continuing to listen. And then travel all the way into the space. All the way into the space. And come as close to you as you can. And listen for the sounds closest to you. Listen for the sound, the smallest of sounds closest to you. And then let go of sound now. Letting go of sound, letting go of any awareness that you have of sound. Letting go of sound awareness. And bringing your awareness to your body. Your awareness to the physical body lying on the floor in Shavasana. I'm going to call out different parts of the body, and I'm going to ask you to rotate your consciousness around each part of the body that I call out. Every so often you'll hear me saying no sleeping. Please don't worry if you feel that you fall asleep. You will not fall into a deep sleep. You will come in and out. So we're going to start with the thumb and forefinger on the right hand. I'm going to ask that as we move into each body part, you come back to the luminous white light that we started the Nidra with, and move and feel into this. Feel it completely fill each body part that we bring to the mind's eye. See it, visualize or imagine it if this is difficult for you. But feel into the luminous white sense of spaciousness that is in this body part. So the thumb and the forefinger on the right hand, thumb and forefinger on the right hand, the middle finger on the right hand, the ring finger, the little finger on the right hand, inside of the palm, back of the hand, the wrist, the right wrist, right lower arm, inside of the right elbow, right upper arm, right shoulder, right armpit, collarbone on the right side of the body, right side of the chest, the right side of the belly, the right rib cage, the right side waist, continuing to follow my voice, moving into this sense of luminous white light and spaciousness, pervading all of these spaces within these body parts. The right lower belly, the right hip, the right thigh, upper and lower, back of the right knee, the right kneecap, the right shin, the right calf, the right Achilles, the right ankle, the right heel, sole of the right foot, the entire sole of the right foot, following my voice, seeing the body parts, the right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe on the right foot, all the toes on the right foot, top of the right foot. Moving over to the left side now, the thumb and forefinger on the left side, the middle finger, the ring finger, the little finger on the left hand, back of the left hand, palm of the left hand, the left wrist, the entire left hand, lower left arm, inside of the left elbow, left upper arm, left armpit, left shoulder, left collarbone, left side of the chest, continuing to follow my voice, no sleeping. Left side of the belly, left rib cage, left side waist, lower left belly, the left hip, the left thigh, upper thigh, back of the left thigh, the back of the left knee, the left kneecap, left shin, calf of the left leg, the Achilles of the left foot, the left heel, left ankle, sole of the left foot, the left sole of the left foot, the left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, all the toes on the left foot, the left foot, coming up to the right buttocks and then the left buttocks, moving up to the tip of the tailbone, and then traveling up the spine to the area in the spine behind the navel, continuing up the spine to the area in the spine behind the sternum, moving further up the spine to the area in the spine behind the pit of the throat, and coming to where the spine ends, where the spine meets the brain. And then travel all the way back down, seeing the entire spine luminous and white. Coming to the right side of the back, the left side of the back. Travel all the way up to the scapula. Right scapula, left. Into the back of the neck. Pause at the back of the neck. Spread out to the top of each shoulder. The right shoulder, the left shoulder. Come back to the spine and follow the spine up the neck to the back of the head. Come to the crown of the head, crown of the head. Come to the forehead, dropping down to the eyes, being aware of the right eye and the left eye, being aware of the eyelids, both eyelids, soft, one on top of each other, the eyelashes spanned over the cheeks. Be aware of the right cheek and the left cheek, the nose, left nostril, right nostril. Coming up to the ears, the right ear, the left ear, the lips, upper lip, lower lip, inside of the mouth, bottom of the mouth, the tongue, sides of the cheeks, the teeth, roof of the mouth, and back up to the lips, the chin, front of the neck, pit of the throat, collarbones, shoulders, chest, belly, groin, legs, thighs, knees, shins, ankles, feet, hands, arms, shoulders, neck, the entire face, crown of the head, back of the head, the back, buttocks, the legs, the entire right side of the body, the entire right side of the body, the entire left side of the body, entire left side of the body, the whole body, the whole body, the whole body. Letting go of the body, letting go of the body now, leaving the luminous, spacious body, letting go of the body, leaving the body on the floor and coming to your breath, coming into the breath, being aware of the breath. Firstly, the rise and fall of the body, breath at the chest. Be aware of the sternum and the breath entering and leaving at this point. When you next inhale, draw energy in through the sternum and feel the lungs start to fill as the rib cage widens out to the side and moves upward. The only area or space that is moving within the body is the rib cage as it moves out and upwards, expanding the chest, filling the lung. Keep your awareness on this. Prana enters the body at the sternum directly and starts to fill the lungs as the rib cage expands and the ribs move out to the sides of the chest and upwards. Holding this for 3 more breaths. And then drop down to the belly. Drop down to the belly and be aware of the breath entering the body via the navel. As you inhale and the prana is drawn in through the navel, the belly expands, the navel rising up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, it drops back towards the spine. Be aware of the expansiveness of the breath and how the belly draws all the way back to the spine, navel drawn in, one more little contraction of the muscle as it draws back to the spine, and then flooding the belly again on the inhalation. And I'm going to ask you to do this 3 more times. And now we're going to combine these practices. And we're going to inhale, firstly, flooding the belly. As we continue this long, full inhalation, prana moves up and the air, expanding the chest fully. At the peak of the inhalation, we take one more little breath in, filling now to the top of the lungs, clavicular breathing as the shoulders move up a little and collarbones. And be aware of the chitakasha, the prana having moved into this space before you exhale fully down the body, all the way out through the soles of the feet. And as the breath moves down, the lungs or the rib cage moves in and down, diaphragm muscle moves up, the belly moves down, pushing all the air from the body, and the navel contracts all the way back to the spine. And by this stage, all the prana has left through the soles of the feet. I'm going to ask you to continue this technique now, counting backwards from 10. Continue this technique, counting backwards from 10. Don't lose focus on the breath. Stay fully focused on the breath. After the next exhalation, letting go of this. After the next exhalation, letting go of this. And letting go of any awareness that you have of the breath. Letting go of any awareness that you have of the breath. And coming up into the Chitakasha once again, up into the mind space. And we're going to go back in time. I'm going to ask you to travel back in time. I'm going to ask you to move in 5-year increments, starting from where you are in life at this time and your age. I'm going to ask you to travel back firstly to 5 years previous to this. See yourself, the first image, memory that comes to mind 5 years from now, 5 years before now. And then I'm going to ask you to move 5 years previous to this. So 10 years from now, or before now. First thoughts, images or memories that come to mind. And then continue on. 5 years at a time until you're all the way back, until you are 5 years old. Don't get stuck in any 5-year period. Once the images and memories have come, move back another 5 years. Keep with the practice, don't get lost. Moving back in 5-year increments until you are 5. Coming to when you're 5 now, if you're not there already, coming to when you're 5 and seeing yourself. Seeing yourself as a child, seeing your child. See your child happy and smiling. Happy and smiling. Perhaps out somewhere playing, perhaps surrounded by loved ones. But see your child, yourself as a child, happy and smiling. And then I'm going to ask you to see yourself. See yourself as you are right now. See yourself in this time as you are now. With yourself as a child. Visualize, see, or imagine. Know that this is happening. And watch as yourself takes your child into your arms, hugging and loving this child, pouring love into this beautiful 5-year-old child. Take a picture of that. Take a picture of yourself now, hugging and pouring love into yourself as a 5-year-old, your 5-year-old child. And now I'm going to ask you to come back from 5 to 10 and see if you can happy, joyful memories coming back. Come to happy times from 5 to 10 and 10 to 15 and 15 to 20 until you're coming all the way back. Until you're all the way back in the present time. And then I'd like you to let go of this visualization now. Letting go of this, but remaining in the Chitakasha, I'm going to ask you to see yourself standing at the edge of a well. Visualize, see, or imagine this. Yourself standing at the edge of a well. Looking over the edge of the well, you're able to see that there is a bucket attached. And you're watching this all in your mind's eye playing out on the screen in front of you. As you lean forward and lift and lower the bucket down into the well. Lower the bucket down deeply into the well, into the abyss of darkness where you cannot see. And then watch as you slowly pull the bucket back up again. And I'd like to ask you to do this once more. Leaning down, lowering the bucket all the way down, where you cannot see the bucket, cannot see into this infinite darkness. And then pull the bucket slowly, slowly back up again. And then I'm going to ask you to see yourself climb into the bucket. You can do this safely, and you're going to allow me to lower you down the well. Watch as you climb into the bucket, and I take the rope and start to lower you down the well. Initially, you can see the light from the sky coming in. Then you notice as you go down deeper and deeper and deeper that there is no light. You keep moving further and further down as I lower you until you can see nothing at all. You cannot see anything at all, including yourself. You cannot see yourself, yet you are aware that you are here. You cannot see anything, including yourself, yet you are aware that you are present. There's nothing down here at all but presence. And then slowly, I start to pull you back up out of the well, starting to pull you back up out of the well until you can start to see your physical body again. And you're all the way back up at the top of the well, where you can climb out of the bucket and the well. And you find yourself back once again within the Chitakasha. Back within the space. You ask yourself, am I aware of myself? Asking yourself, am I aware of myself? Am I asleep or am I awake? Asking yourself this now. Am I asleep or am I awake? Looking into the screen on the inside of the mind once again. I'm going to ask you to see these images. Some will be rapid, some will be slower. Please don't analyze, just see the images flash up on the screen. A pink sky at night, a pink sky at night. One single white rosebud, one single white rosebud. Two horses, two white horses running down a white sandy beach. Two white horses on a white sandy beach. Two white horses. One boat bobbing along the surface of the water. One boat on the surface of the water. One boat. One huge ship. One huge ship. Steady and still on the sea. One huge ship. The sun high in the sky. The sun high in the sky. The sun high in the sky. The moon just above the sea at night. The moon just above the sea at night. The moon above the sea at night. A train moving through the countryside. A train moving swiftly through the countryside. A train dashing through the countryside. Seeing a jungle. Deep, thick jungle. And the banks of a river. Seeing the banks of a river and the jungle surrounding it. Seeing wildlife, elephants and tigers and lions and zebras and giraffes, all by this riverside with the jungle behind them. And then being aware of the sound of Om, being aware of the sound of Om echoing through the jungle. Be aware of the sound of Om echoing through the jungle. Be aware of this. And then letting go of the images, and coming back into the Chitakasha, into the space. And coming back and asking yourself, am I aware of myself? Am I aware of myself? Am I asleep or awake? Am I asleep or awake? And then asking yourself, am I this body? Am I this body? Am I this body that will eventually die? And now looking at your senses, becoming aware of your 5 senses, and asking yourself, am I these senses? Am I these senses? These senses that will die with this body. And then moving deeply within the body, deeper. And coming up and seeing your mind and asking yourself, am I this mind? Am I this mind that will die with this body? Am I this mind? And then beyond the body, identifying your aura and asking yourself, am I this aura? Am I this aura surrounding this physical being? Am I this aura? And then moving inwards, deeper, and discovering your prana and asking yourself, am I this prana? Am I this prana within this body? Am I this prana? And then beyond the prana, into the spaciousness, identifying your consciousness and asking yourself, am I this consciousness? Am I this consciousness? I am consciousness. And then in your mind's eye, seeing a small golden egg. Seeing a small golden egg. And staying fully focused on the golden egg. Staying fully focused on the golden egg. Seeing only the golden egg. And then dissolving the image of the golden egg. Dissolving the image of the golden egg until all that remains is this infinite space. You resting here in this infinite dark velvety space. Only aware of this now. There's nothing beyond this. Just this space. And you're resting within it. Rest here. Separate from all but your consciousness, your higher self, and your oneness. And then into the space, coming a little closer to the surface of this space, coming a little closer to the surface of this space, and bring into it your sankalpa, your resolve. Bring your sankalpa or your resolve into this space. Repeating it to yourself a minimum of 3 times. And then coming to your breath, deepening the breath, being aware of the breath. Deepening the breath, awareness of the breath. Being aware of the breath around the nostrils. And then send the breath back to the body. Starting at the feet, start to let the breath bring gentle movement back to the body, a little at a time, until gentle movement starts to come. And then I'd like to encourage you, if you can, to just spend a few more moments where you are. You're working on something big that you're manifesting, then this is a really good time to spend some time going through it in your mind's eye in intimate detail, playing it all out. Smells, the feels, the sights, the touches. But stay resting if you can. Perhaps turn onto your left side. Take a few moments in deep, deep relaxation. And